He's running LA. That's just nuts. Did you see Captain America?
Yeah, I seen it, Cuddy.
Uno, did you see it?
Yeah, I seen it. I just saw
Okay,
it today.
okay,
I,
cool.
wa-
I
I
just
watched
came
it.
back.
I watched
Let's
it in the theater, and I
mhm.
and I and I came home and shot it on bootleg just because I was bored. I'm like, oh, they got it on the bootleg site. Let me go see. Let me go see this quality. Oh man, so I watched it.
Okay, let's start there. What do we give it 1 through 5 and why? Let's start with Big Mike.
Man, I hate to say it too, cuz let me break it down. The action scenes, I give a 10. The movie overall, I give a 5, bro. Because them other Captain America movies, even the show, the Captain America and the Falcon was hella dope. Bro, I don't know what Marvel doing, but the high that we came from to where we at now, bro, and the way they meshing these stories together, and I keep my nose in some comic books, bro, and I keep my and on the line, I was low key let down. Like they did the Serpent Society, they already said they went back and took out a few characters, right? They didn't do them no justice. It felt way too short. Like the movie was hella fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is this just a piece y'all just doing here? It showed me why y'all went back and did it. So like, I love the action scenes though. I'm not gonna bullshit. Like all the action scenes, I like. Okay, this shit dope. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it was in the air, the Hulk scene. When he got down with the head dude from the Serpent, I liked all the action scenes, but as in the overall in the Marvel movie, bro, I'm just right in the middle with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
you said it's a 3?
Oh yeah, we doing our regular rating. I was on
Yeah.
like from 1 to 10. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 3, bro. It's a
Okay.
3. It's a 3 because and I'm super biased. It's just the way I love Marvel and like and the stories and like if you're still reading comics like me, that's the new Captain America. You know what I'm saying? He's super dope. You know what I'm saying? I just got done watching where he was in the bloodlust shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, cuz, what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? So I was just halfway with it. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, because it was something fresh from Marvel. But do I think it was over the top? No. No.
I feel that. JD Rankpole just joined Ashley21 in the chat. What's good? Thank you for
What's
joining.
up,
Please share
Nick?
the stream if you wouldn't mind. Um, Uno, wait, before I move on to you, Uno, Big Mike, do you feel
Yeah.
like it moves the universe forward at all? Do you feel like it is moving the multiverse saga forward at all?
Um, I looked at the end scene, bro, and like out of all the end scenes we've seen, no. The leader, like that was the main villain in this shit. That shit had me hot too. You done took us back to the trashiest Hulk movie and gave us a B grade villain, nigga. Nigga, and you niggas got his head hella little. He just looked like he got herpes on his head. I was like, "Cuh, nigga, the leader got cranium." No, I don't think it moved it forward. Nigga, what they did, they introduced Animatium and the end scene talking to the leader, they're saying, "Oh, you ain't seen yet to come, nigga." At this point, I don't want to see yet to come.
Mm, fair enough. Okay. Uno, 1 through 5, what do you give it and why? And do you feel like it's moving the universe forward, the multiverse saga forward?
Uh, I mean, it closes up while we got a big ass nigga laying in the ocean. So yeah, like it does something to the story, the overall arcing story.
Hey,
It
hey,
gives
thank
you.
you, Udo.
It
Thank you.
starts with antimatium, so like that's what they arguing about. So if you know that's where Wolverine and all his shit comes from. So they're setting up for mutants like they've been doing. As far as the movie itself,
Duop, what up?
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Wow.
gang. Aaron Mackey is fucking trash.
Thank
Anthony Mackie, whatever
um,
his fucking name is,
you. Thank
Tupac,
you. Thank you.
Papa Doc, that nigga's ass.
what
Thank you.
don't you like about him?
He's just a bad actor, bro. Like I've
Mm,
never really liked him. I don't like his face. His face really bothers me.
mm.
So like I've never really watched anything from that nigga and was like moved for real. And yeah, the story is like it's all over the place for real for me. Like it doesn't touch your soul in no areas for real. But that's just at some point you gotta look at actors and be like, okay, I've seen terrible scripts and niggas still body shitty scripts. And
Mhm.
it's like, you not bodying this shit. Like the only thing that was the highlight of the whole movie was him and Falcon's chemistry. So that was like the highlight of the whole movie to me. And like I actually fuck with Red Hulk being in it for 5 minutes. Like I actually
Yeah.
thought that was fire. Because the whole movie, if he was in the whole movie, I would have been like, man, get this weak ass movie off. But I feel like the problem with the movie though is what Big Mike was saying, just to touch on it a little bit. The only thing that really, really, really bothered me was that they didn't have, I'm a nerd, so I just be nerded out. So I know that they don't have the rights to the Hulk movie, to the Hulk character to do his own solo movie yet. So this was a Hulk movie that you just replaced with Captain America because you didn't have the rights to do it, but you needed to conclude the story because you needed to tie in Abomination, you needed to tie in Thunderbolt Ross, you need to make sure that this movie comes out before Thunderbolts so that when they get named Dark Avengers in the movie, niggas aren't gonna be like, because they already did it in the trailer. Bucky's like, nigga, we can't be called Thunderbolt. So they're already alluding to something else. So overall,
Emmanuel Singh says, "Damn, I'm on my way to go watch it right now. Fuck that, I'm turning around. No, go watch it, bro. It's worth
No,
watching.
go watch it,
nah,
bro.
go get it. Go get
It's
it.
worth
Go get it.
watching. It is worth
No,
watching. But
we
what
should
do you
all
give
say
it?
that. Let me go
What
back.
number do you give it? You know?
If it wasn't for the action, because the action the action wasn't lit. How
It
that
was
nigga was fighting was lit.
yeah.
Yeah, the
The
fight
action
choreography
wasn't
was
lit
crazy to
because
me.
the action wasn't lit because it's 5 scenes in one. It's 5 cutscenes for one punch. I don't like that shit, nigga. Like, what are you doing, nigga? So like, this nigga cutting, cut for one punch. Like, I'm cool, nigga. But what the nigga was doing, like how to get his shit off without being a super soldier, was lit. So I'll give it like dialogue sucks. I
Yeah,
mean,
dialogue sucked.
dialogue sucked. If it wasn't for my nigga Breaking Bad, my nigga Gus Fring, then all the fucking villains would have sucked. Um, like a 2.5, bro.
Okay,
So,
2.5.
I ain't
Like
mad.
a
I ain't
2.5.
mad at you. I wanted to be right there with you, bro. I gave it a 3, but that's
Cause
because
Red Hulk look hard though. Like they
no
CGI, how they did it, shit. That
Hey,
shit look clean.
like if niggas really know, Red Hulk is stronger than the other Hulk at a point in time, and then that shit in the air with them when like you said, the chemistry of Cap and the Falcon when they was in the air, fucking with them wings. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
this
the
dope.
flying scenes, P, bro. I forgot to say that. The flying scenes when them niggas is in the
That's
air flying,
that's what I'm talking about. I thought
that's
that
just
shit was
gold.
dope.
That's just
Cause,
gold.
Cause I'm gonna tell you, like when it comes to movies, not just like any movie, if it got a car chase scene in it, I'm on that shit. Like the Italian job, nigga, even Gone in 60 Seconds, all that. The reason I watch Fast and Furious, I just love niggas just whipping cars. So when I seen them niggas in the air, I was like, oh, this shit dope. And then the Hulk wasn't going for it. So I'm right there with you. No, my bad, I interrupted, Lord.
No, you good. Dilla Bay says, I thought they did own the rights to the Hulk. I think Uno said they don't. I don't know this, but Uno maybe can clarify. But they said that
No, I think
they
I
don't
think
own the
they
rights to do a solo movie yet. That's what Uno said.
No, I think they do. If I'm not wrong, Uno, they do own the rights, but it's the cost of doing a full Hulk movie is what they're juggling, as in what it costs to make these other movies, bro. Like that.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
my
yeah. I
understanding.
know the rights for a solo Hulk film
Uh-huh.
reverts this year.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I
okay.
know for a world Hulk movie,
Yeah.
it had to be what it had to wait. That's why they keep introducing different people in the Hulk
Yeah.
family without making a Hulk movie so that they all can be
Yeah.
in a Hulk movie.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't
Like
think they know though.
She-Hulk and all that
For
shit.
the fans, I don't think they know though. If you know the story of World War Hulk, they didn't basically fuck that story up because that's what they introduced in the Thor movie. That's the planet that he was on. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. But I'm gonna tell you like this, Marvel. If y'all keep on bullshitting, DC gonna kick their foot off in your ass.
But they can always flip it though because it's still Sakaar. and
Yeah,
that's where he went and got his son from with the
yeah.
Yeah.
ship.
That's where his son was born
So
at from
you
the
can
Caribbean.
always, when he lives there, so you can always fly back and
Yeah,
he's trapped there. You feel me? Like you can get it off, but yeah, you right. You know what I mean? You right.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like so I didn't think it was terrible. I just think it could have been executed better. Like for instance, like I think that it's hard for me to see the scope and like the how devious the leader is if you don't visualize how he's calculating what he's doing, right? If you just tell
Right.
me, "Oh, this nigga's super smart," but it's like you're not showing me how he's putting the pieces
You're
together. You're
not
not
showing me how smart he is. You're just telling me the possibilities and probabilities.
exactly like
Fuck we talking
it's like
about,
I feel
nigga?
like I could guess that this nigga would have did this. There's an 87% chance that this nigga would have did this. Am I the
Right.
leader too? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that to me was a big miss where they weren't really showing how he was moving the pieces on the board. Um, I love the flight scenes, the action scenes were dope. I really love like the perspective when Hulk was chasing Sam Wilson. It really felt like it kind of made your heart rush. Like they did a good job with the perspective and made you feel like what it might feel like being in that situation. Mama
Okay.
GC's in the building. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream. So is DJ Brother C. But Emmanuel Singh says, I figured this movie was setting up the future phases in the MCU. I
It
think
is.
that's honestly my biggest issue with it is I don't think it does a good enough job moving it forward. I think someone said it best that it feels more like a grand finale of the Falcon and Winter Soldier season, which I love
Me too.
show. I thought that show was really, really dope. But
In hindsight. In
yeah,
hindsight.
no, I loved it at the time. I loved it immediately. I think that opening scene of that show is one of the best Marvel things out of any Marvel anything. Like that scene where he's in the canyon flying, that shit
Yeah.
is nuts. Um, but I don't think it advances the universe, and that's what I'm really most interested in right now. Is like it doesn't really I mean the cut scene at the end like is a really kind of cheesy way to like hint at the multiverse, but there's really no way that there's no clear path towards connecting, this towards everything. I feel like it doesn't feel cohesive in that way to me.
I feel like the ending, like, I mean, of course, it's a trash post credit scene for sure. But I think it's just everyone else. I feel like it's tough to move the story because all the other movies moved the story and everybody was bitching and complaining.
Mm,
So it's tough to continue to do the same thing. That's just insanity. And I feel like with these next two with Thunderbolts, I don't feel like it's gonna move the story much. I feel like with Thunderbolts and Captain America, because there's no Avengers team, they're setting up the world, the Earthlings of 616, the normal heroes, their storyline with knowing what's going on in the multiverse. Because everyone else knows, like Doctor Strange, Spider Man, all those other people really know that there is a multiverse other than when Thanos came in.
mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, he just came from a past. They're not really thinking there's other versions of these niggas. So these Earth niggas don't know that there's a multiverse happening. So if Sam Wilson is going to be the head nigga of the Avengers, then he has to know of the upcoming threat. So I get why the leader said it. I just think the post credit scene is just trash as a whole. So it don't move nothing. But you have to tell the leader of the Earth Avengers that there is a multiverse happening.
I feel that. I think the one thing that killed me in this movie that is like I just couldn't get over it, and it's so stupid, but it said there's a scene where they cut and it goes 5 months later. D2 Nice with it. I see you, and
Dog, what
Bobby
the
No
fuck
Style.
is that?
I see you. Um, but they cut to the scene where it says 5 months later, and then in the scene, the president says, "I'm about to hit my 100 days." 5 months is over 100 days, isn't it? Isn't it's like a
But his
hundred?
inaugural, but it said future president elect. So I think it was like how it is in real life. Like I'm not too familiar with politics, but Trump won and then it
Yeah,
was the
no.
inauguration
This was after his
later.
inauguration. It was after his inauguration. So he was already president. He said, "I've been president for almost 100 days," but the tag said 5
But when
months
he did the
later.
first speech, he wasn't president yet. He said they said future president, and then he did the 5 months thing. Cause it's just fresh, and I said the same thing,
Uh-huh.
but then like that was one thing that was going in my head. But then I was like, well, they said our future president elect, and then 5 months later he was president. So I'm
Got
not
you.
saying you're
Okay. Yeah.
wrong,
No. Yeah, because if it
but
was that way, then that shit irks me. If it's the way you're saying it, then I'm cool with it, and I'm reading it wrong. But that shit, the way I saw it, in the theater, the way it processed in my mind, I was like, that feels off.
yeah, because they didn't technically say that that was his inauguration. That was more so like him just talking to the Democrats because it was blue. So that was him just talking to his Democratic Party, and then he ends up winning. 5 months later was the 100 days from when he won. I think
Got you.
that's how I put it. That's how they would explain it. But I'm also just probably capping for him, to be honest. I'm like, yeah,
Okay, well we gotta so I give it a solid 3.5. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly.
3.5.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, it's a good popcorn movie, man. Like, I don't expect the world from these movies. I honestly am just really excited to see characters that I never thought I would see on screen. Like, I never thought I would see Red
Nigga,
Hulk in the
cuz.
theater ever in life. I never thought I'd see that. That's
But
dope.
fucking the leader had herpes simplex 10, cuz. Nigga, Marvel, you got to do better, cuz.
And I also never thought I'd see a black Captain America on screen. There's two of them. That's just dope
Shit,
to me. I'm sorry.
that's the way it is in the comics. Like, they didn't got over that then.
Yeah,
Matter
but
of fact,
they spent so long making it seem like that shit is not. You had to be a comic book fan to know that shit.
oh,
You
yeah,
didn't.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
act like we ever thought that was ever gonna happen in the MCU. Like,
Oh,
How
yeah,
and
yeah.
is this our first black? Well, Black Panther. Never mind.
but I am gonna get on Marvel's ass about this, bro. Y'all. I didn't not. What I really hated most about the movie was him calling homie OG. I did not like that shit at all.
Man,
That shit was
cuz.
really bothering
Y'all
me a
keep,
lot.
that's the rapper's fault. That's our fault, bro. Like
Like that nigga has no ties to the streets. Sam Wilson has no
that's
ties to the streets
bro.
at all. I did not like seeing
a
that or
lot
hearing that. That
of
was whack.
nobody had no ties to the streets until these niggas started rapping. Like, nigga, they feel like they adjacent when they still not. Like, that's why I stop a nigga in his tracks, be like, oh gee, like, nigga, you don't even have the idea, nigga, and we ain't friends.
Yeah. Brother C says they're setting them up to be involved for the future. I see that. Tina K Playmaker just joined. So did I am AJ Brown. Thank you for
My
joining.
nigga Playmaker.
Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Dilla Bay says seeing Isaiah Bradley again was dope. Yeah, I think so too.
That nigga's a terrible actor too.
I like
Isaiah
Bradley.
What y'all talking about? That nigga shit. That nigga was sitting there. I'm like, yo, can a nigga get some like, I get you a robot, nigga, but in the show you gave me way more emotion, my nigga. Like, I felt you in the show. Why y'all taking 3 years for this old ass nigga? Y'all gotta remember these niggas is old. These niggas ain't in they like Zoe Saldana just talked about it. She signed on for 5 movies for Avatar when she was 26.
Yeah.
The last movie will be when she's 56.
Yeah.
Nigga, you tripping.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
It is
years
crazy.
of a movie, nigga. No, I don't want to do this shit no more.
That's crazy. Playmaker says streets done and everybody's a politician now. I feel that. Let's get to these reviews because we got a couple of them. So the first one up, we got Bobby No Style. He's sending a beat called January.
He's sending a what?
A beat. It's an instrumental. So it's called January. Hold on, let me turn it up. We'll review it 1 through 5 right after this.
All right, cuz.